The hormones, fat tissue is an endocrine organ. It makes leptin, adiponectin. These are like vital hormones involving energy regulation, appetite regulation. These are like critical hormones that are regulated by estradiol that many people don't realize. And without estradiol, things become dysregulated, and you end up with this inflammatory visceral fat, these little organelles, they may have heard of them, called mitochondria, that are the energy producers. And they do more than just produce energy. That's like a critical function in itself, but they control the cell cycle. They help to decide like which cell is doomed, because it's old, it's senescent, and it should die. Because if old cells don't commit self-suicide, apoptosis, and die, they live on to create inflammation, potentially turn into cancer cells. And sometimes they're called zombie cells, these like really yucky old senescent cells. All of that is controlled by the mitochondria, and the mitochondria are hugely modulated by estradiol. So when you lose your estradiol, you lose control of the cell cycle when cells should die. You also cannot properly create energy. You can't burn glucose. You can't burn fat properly. So you can see how all of these metabolic processes that you mentioned, like insulin resistance, the glucose transport system relies on estradiol. So all of these things are like really critically important.
So highlight point, mitochondria, powerhouse of the cell. They also have an immense impact on immunity. I love the fact that you highlighted, I mean, that's an overarching theme, the cell cycles, so autophagy, mitophagy. In the world of functional medicine, if these cells don't die, they spew out, those zombie cells are spewing out inflammatory things. It's like the Boris Karloff monster, it's like, I forget her name in The Exorcist, Linda Blair, just spewing out all sorts of things. Sorry for being graphic. And I
love images, so that's great.
I think that's a salient point. And, I sit here, and every time I have a female patient coming in from 40 to 55 who's looking at me, as a male, you wouldn't understand. Just from your description, I understand better.